cursed antiques, but he broke the pact, and it cost him his soul. Now his niece Mickey and her cousin Ryan have inherited the store.
Tonight we're taking a look at The Inheritance, the pilot episode of Friday the 13th, the series. Purposely titled in order to capitalize on the popularity of the titular slasher franchise, despite an utter lack of notable connections to those movies, the show chronicles the adventures of Mickey Foster and Ryan Dallion, two cousins who have inherited their uncle's antique shop, a shop that also happens to house a number of cursed objects. I'm Cinematico Magnifico of AmoralCrackpot.com, and welcome to the Nightly Chill. The first of 72 episodes, and originally airing on October 3rd, 1987, The Inheritance is quick to establish how Mickey and Ryan inherit the shop and all its cursed objects before immediately rushing into their first adventure, one that focuses on a cursed doll that will do anything for the angry, selfish little girl who comes to hold it, which of course includes murder. Much like the rest of the show itself, The Inheritance is largely forgettable, though not quite bad. But the tone and performances are not at all in line with the movies the show steals its name from. Instead, it's more in line with the sort of anthology horror shows seen in the 60s and 70s. Yes, the material itself is a bit darker, but it's handled in such a melodramatic manner that it lacks any real bite. It would be easy to find fault in the performances and hackneyed dialogue, but seeing as how the show not only embraces such an out-of-date production style, it all works fine enough in context. That said, it doesn't necessarily make the show watchable for audiences with more modern sensibilities. The show itself has served as a template for a number of other programming in the decades since it first aired, including Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Warehouse 13. And while I can't honestly bring myself to recommend Friday the 13th the series to even the most diehard fans of horror or retro-styled anthology programming, its legacy and influence isn't something that should be so easily dismissed. You can follow Amoral Crackpot on Facebook and Twitter, and also be sure to leave any questions, comments, and suggestions for future reviews in the comments section below, and maybe discuss today's movie at greater length. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night when we take a look at The Tortured, a dark look at what happens when two parents seek red-hot vengeance on the man who killed their son. But until then, I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here.